Ja, en u hoort het, dames en heren, het Jeugdsportfonds wordt onder uw aandacht gebracht. Want als u dat lot koopt, maakt u inderdaad kans op die vele prijzen. Waaronder vandaag de prijzen uit de WK Friendshop, maar natuurlijk ook de voetbal P40. Is dat belangrijk? Natuurlijk. Maar wat is nog veel belangrijker? Het Jeugdsportfonds wil ervoor zorgen dat elk kind in Nederland kan sporten. Niet één kind uitgezonderd en zeker niet om financiële redenen. En u kunt daartoe bijdragen. U kunt bijdragen voor dat lot te kopen. En u maakt dan een geweldig gebaar wat van onschatbare betekenis is voor onze kinderen. Geef ieder kind een kans. Steun het Jeugdsportfonds en namens het Sportfonds en de kinderen heel hartelijk dank.
De stand is momenteel in de pool dat Argentinië tweede staat, Amerika 1, heel verrassend. Dus die zijn al gekwalificeerd voor de halve finale. En China staat 3. Nou, laat ik het zo zeggen, Argentinië moet met 4 goals verschil winnen. Kijk even vanuit Nederlands perspectief. Argentinië moet met 4 goals verschil winnen. Dan ontkopen wij Argentinië in de halve finale. Dan wordt het minder. Dan krijgen wij Argentinië in de finale. Tenzij China met 4 goals verschil wint. Dan wordt China tweede. En dan spelen we tegen China. Dat kan je zelf berekenen. Ja. Vanuit Nederlands perspectief hoop ik dat het een 5-0 wordt of 6-1. Dan hebben wij Amerika in de halve finale. En dat acht ik iets beter. Nee, inspelen. Over 10 minuten begint de wedstrijd. Sorry, de band gaat eruit. Dan komen de ballen niet aan de overkant. Ja, je ziet 10.000 overweg. Van 100.000 man in het midden tafel van de pers. Ja, je ziet hier de camera. Hierachter heeft de stallage met het Celebrate Hockey. Daar zit ook de videoscheidsrechter. Elk team heeft per wedstrijd 1 keer de kans om een video girl te vragen. Als je 1 keer, als je het goed bent, gaat het houden. Doe je fout, dan ben je kwijt. Dit is helemaal onfout. Ja, als je dit over anderhalve maand weer komt kijken, dan is het gewoon weer parkeerprijs. Nou, aan die kant is de trainers gaan. Die zijn gemaakt om het gezicht van de snelweg te blokkeren. Ook het zicht van de snelweg hierheen. Want auto's zitten niet alleen op de snelweg. Het zorgt ervoor dat het nog meer een geheel wordt. Maar je ziet het daar, als je het. Hoeveel meter is dat, denk ik? Dat is er heel dichtbij. Ja. Nou, daar zie je ook aan die kant, dat is ook zo meteen in het grote stadion, daar zie je de video operators van de teams. Kijk. Ja, en daar hebben we ook alle Haagse clubs, die hebben dit veld aangegeven. Dan laten we even teruglopen, dan hoef ik het weer aan te geven.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the Greenfield Stadium for a match between Argentina and China. And we would like to present both teams to you now, as well as the officials. And we will start with the team of Argentina. Number 2, goalkeeper, Succi. 2, Mariana Rossi. 4, Rosario Luchetti. 5, Alan Rodriguez. 7, Martina Caballero. 8, Captain Luciana Amara. 11, Carla Aragetti. 12, Delfina Merino. 16, Florencia Habib. 17, Rocio Sanchez. 18, Daniela Silueca. 19, Agostino Montario. 21, Mariana Starolo. 22, Gisela Suarez. 25, Silvina Delia. 27, Noel Mario Nuevo. 30, Josefina Surioka. And 31, goalkeeper Maria Mutiel. Head coach Carlos Enrique, team manager Mariana Gonzalez Oliva. And now the team of China. Number 2, Wang Mang Yu. 7, captain Cui Chou Xia. 8, Hu Mang Rong. 9, Xi Xiayun. 12, Wang Na. 15, Yan Yan. 19, Chao Xiao Xu. 20, Sun Xiao. 21, Liu Kong. 22, Hu King Kong. 23, Du Chao Chou. 25, Xu Xiao Xu. 26, Joan Irene. 27, Wang T. 28, Liang Mei Yu. 29, Pang Yang. 30, goalkeeper Li Tong Xiao. 32, goalkeeper Wong Chan Kai. Coach, Guo Mao Chong. Team manager, Wang Tong. Ladies and gentlemen, today's umpires are Elena Esquina from Russia and Francis Wong from England. The judges, both from the Netherlands, Erik Klein, Navajo and Adrienne Hague. The reserve umpire from South Africa, Michel Schubert, a technical officer from the Netherlands, Edna Rutte. Very special moment today because it's the number 2 from Argentina. It's Mariana Rossi. She will walk out onto the field and play camera number 1. But the most special thing is,
The final day of preliminary action in the 2014 World Cup. Welcome to The Hague once again here at Greenfield Stadium. It's Argentina and China looking to seal away a spot in the semi-finals. China needing to win big to displace Las Leonas from the top 2 of the standings. The United States is through. Argentina with a big win could topple them though to take the top ranking from this pool. So there's a few permutations here. A lot on the line as the South American nation takes on the Asian powerhouse. We've had a bit of rain around today, but the fans are happy because that sprinkling of rain has stopped in the last half an hour or so, and they can enjoy what are pretty pleasant conditions here at the Greenfield Stadium in the shadows of Kyocera here at Hockey Park in The Hague. Chloe Rogers with me for the call, the bronze medalist from the London Games from the Great Britain team. Lot on the line today. It seems that Argentina well placed to make the semi-finals, but it's one of those you never know type of days, isn't it? How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Quentin. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. I feel Argentina look pumped for this game. I think they'll cruise through to the semi-finals.
And if they get on top early, will then start to have to get the mental arithmetic nice and sharp, because there's a possibility if they have a 5-goal win, they can actually displace the United States from the top of the standings and avoid that man's team, Max Kaldash, the coach of the Netherlands women. There's a real possibility that we could see Argentina versus New South Wales, the Netherlands in the semi-final. Here come the two teams. A special day for Mariana Rossi, playing her 100th game for Argentina. And Ana Rodriguez, the number 5, celebrates her 36th birthday today. So a few milestones. There's the Centurion, number 2 for Argentina. 100 caps today. Congratulations to Mariana Rossi. Let's stand for the anthems before we get this final pool game for these two teams underway.
And China.
The formalities all but complete, as a good portion of fans from Hockey Park have come into the Greenfield Stadium to find a seat and work out whether it will be Argentina or China to progress, and even in which order, with the United States safely through from this pool, having tasted victory over South Africa in the preceding game. And the reigning champions today will have to do it without the great Luciana Aymar. She misses again with a hamstring injury.
Yeah, it's a shame she's missing out, but they've got a strong squad with Carla Rebecca very good up front, and Delia at the back is solid as ever and scoring goals on corners.
He's had a big day, this man, Carlos Retegui. The men's team progressing to a World Cup semi-final for the first time earlier today. Let's get close and personal.
Hoy vamos a jugar los 60 minutos como si estuviéramos flotando con la silla que dijo Carly en la cabeza. Nos bancamos minuto a minuto. Me chupa huevos si una no para una bocha, si una hace un buen tiro. No importa lo que pase en el partido, vamos a bancarnos a muerte, ¿sí? Estamos los 3 puntos y estamos más cerca de los objetivos. Paso a paso, ¿eh? ¡Vamos! ¡Por Argentina! ¡Vamos!
Passion as ever, as Aymar unfortunately has the tracksuit on. And we'll watch from the stands. Here's the team from China, having had wins over England and South Africa. They were beaten by the USA and drew with Germany earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, they've had mixed bag of results. They'll be looking for Wang on penalty corners and aerials out the back, and Yang as well has got good aerial on her, so they'll be looking for dominant possession.
Yu Badong, the Chinese coach, rucked up a little. Not cool or hot either way. It's pretty pleasant, really, if the rain stays away. Elena Eskina, one of our umpires today, and she's joined by the Englishwoman Frances Block. So let's hope the umpires have a good game as well. Sit back and enjoy it with us as we get to the finish line of the preliminaries. We'll know the semi-finalists after this contest between Argentina and China. Argentina to the right of screen, China to the left. And their very recognisable national strips, the blue and white of the South Americans and the red of China. Scarone with an early touch down the wing and over the stick of Kui. So Wang was back there, but will come back for the lifted ball off the stick of Kui. Now here is Daniela Suruoga, but heaved away. Well, you mentioned the high ball, Chloe. It's been one of the parts of the Chinese game that we've picked up throughout the tournament. What are any other few notable things to look out for here? Yeah, the Chinese team will like to stretch the play. They'll like to roll up their left halves and the right halves and really force Argentina to cover the whole pitch, but then they will also look for the ball over the top as they've got such a good aerial threat. Huang all the way back for Huang Mengyu. So Argentina not only chasing 3 points here for victory, but they're chasing goals. The Netherlands are confirmed as the top team from the opposite pool. Australia is second, and as it stands, it's well, Argentina and the Netherlands in the semi-final, which would be quite extraordinary. And there is that mathematical hope for China as well. So with both teams needing goals, you'd think that we might see a bit of free-flowing action after the settling period here. Birthday girl Rodriguez. Happy birthday, Ana Rodriguez, 36 today. And what a great way to celebrate by pulling on your national kit and playing at a World Cup. It's not a bad birthday present, that, is it? I think she'll obviously want to take the win as well. Well, Chloe, you've been in tournaments where you get to the last game and there are scenarios that are presented. How do you ensure you do your job? As we'll just watch Liang come through midfield. A bit of a loose touch there from Lucchetti. No real pace as it's blown up there. Yeah, I think both these teams won't necessarily consider the situation too much. They'll just want to go out and try and get those 3 points, and that's all they can do really is go out there and try their best to keep scoring as many goals as they can, and they take the situation as it comes really. They'll both know what the deal is and what they need to progress, but it's all they can do is go out there and play their best hockey. Wang and Zhang combining well. Pressure on Zhang. Kui, the captain, outnumbered. But there was a body check there. Yes, I suppose you've just got to go about business for the first part of the game, and then if indeed the scenario presents itself, be aware and do your best. Inside the circle go China. Liang on corner. It's the first real attack on goal from the Chinese. Day off a stick, but Kui able to send it back to the relaunch position of Huang Ting. Yeah, just playing it deep there to try and force Argentina out, try and give themselves some space to open up pockets of play, and it has worked a little bit because Argentina have there we see the overhead ball as well, which they can't quite connect on, but they have drawn Argentina up the pitch to hopefully give them more space. Nice work from Thalia, who was hassled. Suruoga gets it away, and Sanchez finds a foot. Argentina has made the last 5 semi-finals in World Cups. Of course, the reigning champions from Rosario 4 years ago. In fact, they made the first 3 semi-finals, and then there was a bit of a bleak period between 1981 and 1990 for Las Leonas, missing the top 4 at those tournaments, but have been a presence of world hockey for the last 2 decades. Daniela Suruoga into the D. And plenty of red shirts around, but some nice skill from Rabobank, and a very good scrambling slave from Li Dongxiao.
Yeah, great little tight skills in here from Rabobank. You see, just played a little difficult and kind of a shot come cross, but it just caught her teammate's foot.
It's a tough angle. Keeper well placed. Huge day for Argentina hockey already, with the men progressing to the World Cup semis for the first time. It's quite interesting, just giving you that wonderful record that Las Leonas, the Lionesses, have. The women's team, but for the men, into the top 4 for the first time. So there's a lot of happy fans in blue and white around the Hague. And aren't they going to add some flavour to the medal games?
There's definitely a buzz here today, and they've just been stolen in midfield there, but they're stolen back again, but not quite cleanly. Yeah, there's certainly a buzz today. There seems to be a lot of Argentinian fans in the crowd, and they're jumping up and down, and they're celebrating already, really, for the men's team, and they hope to be doing the same for the women afterwards.
Well, they expect the women's team to do well, and the performance of the men's team has been an absolute bonus, as Juan, that slap pass doesn't really have much effect. Sanchez helped out by Habib. Barrio Nuevo, and through Thalia, Argentina reset. A bit of room there for Sanchez in midfield, trying to get that long ball down to Delfina Marino. Some of the Argentinian men have come in to have a look. That's great. They were absolutely jubilant earlier today. Hello, good to see you here at the Greenfield Stadium. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're tuned in around the world. Day is under pressure. Just building slowly here. 7 minutes played without any real chance. Perhaps a scrambling save of Li Dongxiao. A little blip on the radar from China's perspective. And there's that overhead that you so rightly said, Chloe, we'd see from the Chinese today. Thalia and Rodriguez combine well. Argentina squeaked past England in the last pool game with a penalty corner conversion from Carla Rabobank, breaking English hearts. 2-1 the win there for the world number 2, and didn't they need it? How would you assess their tournament to date, Chloe? There's a very open question for you.
They've obviously been doing very well, because they're joint on points, or were that started today with 10 points and high up in their group. As we see her getting treatment for a wrist injury there, Rabobank, but I think she'll be okay. Looking at it, they've been quite quiet under the radar a little bit. You haven't really noticed them doing that well, or not really noticed them coming up, but they're doing extremely well, winning their games and getting the results they need. And I think that's the key to Argentina. They build their momentum and they get better as the tournament goes on, and all of a sudden they appear in the semi-final final and you're like, wow, they're playing good hockey. So we'll be looking for them to get better still, but they're slowly improving with each performance, I think.
Yeah, ask that open question for a woman of your technical awareness, because they just... It's hard to get a read on their form, because we expect them to win the games, but they do have this type of style that can you feel that the intensity is going to be there when it counts? And this doesn't look good for Rabobank, with Amar already watching on. Oh, she's copped a bit of a stick on that left arm.
Just the follow through of that aerial there.
So a chance for China to stick firm and ensure they don't concede an early goal here. They're all back. Deep numbers of red, and they've done well.
You can definitely tell the difference when Amar's in the team and not in the team. She kind of, not necessarily always on the ball, always driving things forward, but she's just a link between players, and I think she inspires a lot of the players around her, and they certainly miss her when she's not playing, as you see her on the sidelines there.
Just tweaked her hamstring in the 3-0 win over Germany. Was on ice for the latter portion of that game and then missed the game against England, so We hope the 36-year-old champ is going to be okay for the last part of the tournament. Thalia here as Argentina look to make an incisive move into the circle. Well, that's more so a brutish type of attack. Didn't weave their way through, just tried to crash ball in.
Is that what the British do? Try to crash the ball in, is it? I know what you mean.
Brutish, not British.
Okay, brutish.
Is that my Australianisms confusing?
Direct route, that's what they like to call it, I think.
Route, yeah. Huang, the high ball. But again, you'd have to, as a defensive player, be pretty aware of that throughout the game. And Thalia was there that time. Kui, the captain. And now, nice bit of stick skill from Wang Na. Chance for China to set up around the fringes. Sun. Well, lifted off the stick of the Argentinian. So China can set up just outside the 23. Yan Yan thought of cracking it through with that brutish type of force, but no way to get past the women in blue and white, the Lionesses. What a sporting brand they are in their home country. Superstars. And with the record that they have, why not? Nice turn from Day, and she'll come away. Luchetti closed it down, and no further censure, despite Day Zhao Zhao going to ground. Nice low stick from Luchetti, wearing the captain's armband, or as it is around her leg. A lot of the players put the captain's band around their shin pad. So she's the go-to girl in the absence of Lucy Amar as far as the captaincy is concerned. Now Thalia trying to work down the right with Suruoga. That's Maria Suruoga, but Thalia, that's an incisive pass with power to the left, and heavy collision, penalty corner. Luchetti just happy to take on her player one-on-one.
That was a beautiful crossfield pass to her, and again, lovely skills to kind of lift it, 3D skills there, and
was she still in control?
It's a hard one because she has actually pulled the player down with her, but I think she's in control of the ball there, and it's eventually good skill that's played onto the body.
Thalia has 4 goals at the tournament. Barrio is another one of the powerful strikers we need to look for at the top of the battery here. She has 2 to this point of the World Cup. Barrio, number 27, with the ponytail. And Thalia also with a similar hairstyle. Smaller of stature, but pretty powerful. Not on target that time.
Just see here, she knocks it in a long way. It's not a little knock, she knocks it in really a long way into the circle. It makes the shot so much closer to the goal, and just couldn't quite get that deflection on the near post, but I think it was a shot to score. She just dragged it wide slightly.
Player at the low post certainly was able to get the stick to it. Yeah, do you often set up at a battery for that 50-50 play? If you're going to go for the hit, you've got the low deflection waiting if indeed you go wide.
Yeah, if you're still shooting for goal, you still get the players in there running in. 1 for if you do shoot wide, but 2 for the rebounds. You want to be the first to jump on that and pounce on that off the goalie, off the post player. So you've got to be in pretty tight and pretty close to be the first there.
14 minutes without a goal.
The hard bit of defending on the corners is Argentina do have such a great threat. They have 2 threats, so you never know what's going to be the hit or the drag flit of Barry Nuevo.
So Yan Yan and Wu now attacking at the other end. And long corner. This is the one part of China's game that at the restart, just sauntering over there, Xiao Shu, and it just allows Argentina a bit of time to really set their defence. And she was trying to thread the needle to 2 teammates among 5 defenders.
Yeah, China aren't really committing numbers here, and they haven't got the intensity on the restarts that we've seen perhaps from the other really quick teams, such as the Americans and the New Zealand and South Africans, who are quick counter-attack teams, and even Argentina like a quick restart. And China never really have that in their armour as a threat, really. And they always kind of just saunter it and try and build up the players we see here.
Strong challenge from Habib, but Huang Na goes again. Conditions pretty much perfect to play. A bit of rain has taken the early humidity of the day out of the air. No real glare at all. We've got some cloud cover. Certainly it wouldn't be cool out playing. So I'd suggest the players would be quite appreciative of Mother Nature's turnout for this particular fixture. The last fixture in the pool phase for the world number 2 and world number 7. The defending champs Argentina. Well placed to make the semi-finals, and should we see some goals, we'll present those changing scenarios as the match progresses. Huang Mengyu. This is the captain, Hui Shisha. Quite young as well.
They were so deep there, China. They were never going to get that ball out of the back line there, and as it seems, Argentina have just pressed and pressed and turned it over really high up, and China are getting deeper and deeper here.
Rodriguez with the restart, and much quicker pace of pass from the South Americans. Barrienuevo with the long ball, but no one there.
Barrienuevo likes to look for that long, skippy ball down the line. She'll get it, and a lot of times just play it under her arm without even looking. She just knows her teammate is going to run onto that, and didn't quite get the connection there, but I think it'll come more and more in the game.
Lovely skill on the overhead control from Peng, and now Huang has got some help down the right-hand side. Barrienuevo having to do a good job there to shield Liang Mihyu. But the free hit for China outside the D. Haven't really seen the goal of Belensucci threatened just as yet. It's squeezed through Jiang. Free hit, Habib was the offender, and now the clearance for Barrienuevo. Plenty of time, really, to move that ball, looking for Daniela Suruoga, but the trap not there. And sometimes that you sense the difference in the reaction of certain teams when they lose the ball to spread and to force a hustle in defence. Liu Pan with the restart, back to Huang Ting, and all the way back to the reset point of Huang. And here's the difference, a bit of midfield pressure from Argentina. And there's the result, a wild pass, and you give the opposition the ball. Oh, must have taken a deflection, my apologies. It looked like it was behind. Sometimes it's the finest of deviations, hard to pick up at home, but we'll do our best to bring it all to you here from the Hague, as Caballero was involved there, and now looking for Delfina Marino, and Rodriguez helping out as Zhang is able to secure possession for China. There is the birthday girl, Macarena Rodriguez Perez, Ana Rodriguez for short. For the sky and beyond, looking for the U. Liu Pan, one of these young players not to reach the 20 caps as yet. And what is a rather young squad that China have brought to this World Cup. .23 years of age, number 21 for China. There's a sense of rebuild about Chinese women's hockey after a great run to the silver medal at their home Olympics. At the likes of Ma Yibo, Fu Barong, great players of past are now no longer a part of this setup. You'd sense that time is probably coming for Argentina as well, but still the likes of Aymar, Luchetti and friends looking for more silverware at a major tournament, as inside the D goes the ball. But, will come back out for the foul. Rodriguez to set up. Thalia's out wide. Nice turn to get past Huang, but The defence comes again. Zhang. Oh, that's great steal from Zhang. But the numbers went out in the end. She was hoping for a stick check. Umpire says play on. Just a slow burn through the opening 20, Chloe.
Yeah, I feel Argentina gradually growing in possession here.
Numbers against Marino.
Yeah, just growing with the possession stats, and I think they'll be looking to try and get a few more outcomes in the circle. They've not really had any real success in the circle yet, and they'll try and improve on that and increase their chances.
Thalia going hard, but again, the red wall, tough to penetrate. Wang. Oh, nice work, Thalia. But chopped off by Huang, and now a chance for China on the break. Gu Bingfeng, oh, well done, Thalia. Getting back. And we're still got 3 on 7. Despite that midfield run, not really a follow-up from the defenders from China to support. They really did hang back.
Yeah, the Chinese team aren't committing numbers forward at the moment, and they're really just packing the defence, which is hard for Argentina. And likewise, when they do win the ball high up, they don't really have any support for the numbers, and it is very much an individual game up front there.
Barrionuevo's push takes a few deflections. Oh, Barrionuevo, more than 200 appearances for the Lionesses now. Powerful player at the battery, and oh, she has absolutely caned that into the knee.
You need help. Okay. You need help. Doctor? No, doctor.
Well, hopefully, let's have another look, as Gu Bingfeng was absolutely drilled on the right kneecap. Ouch.
That's going to hurt right on the bone.
Oof. I think she's up and okay. That's good news.
I'm saying Barrionuevo likes that skipping ball down the line, but she's also the drag flick specialist for the team. So a lot of her stuff is lifted. She very rarely actually pushes it flat on the long ground.
Thalia for Argentina. That's a nice pass, but the stick skill of Marino failing her. It was Habib, in fact. Florencia Habib. Or, in fact, Daniela Suruoga. Get it right the third time. As Argentina just trying to create through the circle there. Huang. Good close down by Argentina on the left. Umpire's found something there. There's Habib.
Okay. Come on! You can play.
Well, the target is Wu among a couple, and there was an Argentinian touch there, so the overhead works this time for China. Wu hassled by Habib, and she wins the free hit, Florencia Habib. Much to the dismay of China, and there's Gu Bingfeng on the bench, icing that knee. Hopefully she'll be able to get back out there and continue. Rossi. Rebecki with Day, her company. Nice work from Rebecki. 2-on-2, clash of sticks, and Maria Suruoga is going to race out, try and work this play. Thalia. Oh, it's got through, and the keeper saves once and twice, and on the reverse stick, it's been hooked into the goal for the opener for Argentina. One of the most ungainly finishes we've seen, but very clever with the last touch. Argentina on the board.
Yeah, it all came from a circle free hit, and she just tried to get the cross in here, and it was bobbling a lot, and a missed trap in the midfield by a Chinese player, and a second bite of the cherry to finish it. And luckily her teammate Rebecca, I think it is, just on the post to put it in with an upright reverse, beating the defender to the ball there.
Once and twice Marino couldn't get it through, and Rebecca, even though she had company on the post, able to tap it down and into the net for her 3rd goal of the tournament. So 1-0 Argentina. And we wonder, as of course the Lionesses looking for as many goals as they can here to try and avoid the Netherlands in the semi-final. If this is going to open up and explode, Marino away once more. Day back there, but free hit on the 25 for the South Americans.
That first goal came from a Chinese mistake, and it's just the case of them being so negative and really deep that they're just not quite got the intensity. They're all switched off a little bit there in the circle.
Thalia out on the right. Just cracked a few in from there, but just getting it back from Suruoga and back to the midfield. Now the stretch is on. Barrenuevo up the middle. Nice ball. Marino. Did she find a foot? No. Kui comes away with a nice piece of defensive work.
That was a great little lead and pick up there by Marino. Just how she spun off the defender there onto reverse, and it's so you can't defend that because her body is between the ball and the defender's stick.
Captain Kui, just 23 years of age. Kui Chi-Xia, leading this young Chinese team. On the ball, hassled by Maria Suruoga. We almost expect for that overhead to come if there's no way through the midfield, and here it is.
5.
As a midfield player, Chloe, does it become a bit predictable? Or you just wait and think, well, they're not going to run through me. I'll just wait to see if that long ball's going to come.
Yeah, as an Argentinian forward, you know they're going to be aerialing the ball, so you can put pressure right in their faces to try and get close to that aerial ball. As a Chinese midfield player, you become frustrated because you think the ball's just always going over the top of me and missing the midfield line-out. It's just always looking and going over your head. So it can become frustrating, and also the forwards not necessarily getting on the end of the aerials. It's more of a case of just relieving pressure. As we see that goal again from the goal line camera.
We got the last touch here. It does look like Rebecca got a controlling touch there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a free speaking stadium. So if you leave between times, there's no penalty for real.
Just double checking whether it was Marino or Rebecca. I'm enough to say on those pictures that Carla Rebecca got a controlling touch. Nonetheless, it's one in the book for Argentina. That's all they worry about as Albertario pushes the ball back out for Maria Suruoga. And that cross had 2 Chinese players waiting. Huang, luckily there, because there was a striker behind her.
Have a hit, please.
The Argentinian bench. What a big day it's been for the blue and white in The Hague. The men through to the semi-finals. And with an early goal, these fans are happy here at the Greenfields. We want more. Kui to come clear. Oh, that's a very poorly mistimed hit, and Thalia throws it forward looking for Rebecca. And long corner. That's interesting. Wang Mengyu just happy to see it be on the back line, preferring not to play ball inside the D and just concede it from the corner. Thalia's ball, well controlled by Huang, but the second touch wasn't all that good. Habib into the body, but it was hers. So Florencia Habib scurries to her defensive position. Just the 1 goal in it, inside 7 minutes to the break. And Albertario on the scurry here with Liu Pan. China ball.
China really struggling to get this ball out the back here. Just so much pressure they're facing from the Argentinian team, but they're just so deep, and they need to. There's such a big gap between their midfield and their forwards. There's no connections, and they're very much reliant on just hitting it and hoping, or trying to aerial to the space really to nobody. And it's a tough one because they need to change what they're doing, or they need to change their tactics, and they're really not doing anything to do that.
And it comes unstuck before it reaches halfway. That's a good point. It's almost we need some type of overhead to see from afar just how far away the Chinese support players are in midfield when those defenders are 10 metres from the back line. Similar type of scenario here for Argentina, but they've got a lot more of a penchant to try and run it through, as Thalia goes the direct route on that occasion. I think Argentina's got a bit more skill to be able to take them on. More pace, more ability. It's probably the concern for China. Rossi, charged at, and she wins. Oh, no, it was a stick check, so Argentina's ball. Looked for a moment that Xi Xiaoyin was going to give us a chance to focus in left of screen. There hasn't been too much for Belensucci to do in the Argentinian goal, but use a voice to help the communication with the defenders. Now Barrionuevo inside the 25 again, but Albertario hustled off it by Liu Pan. Agostina Albertario, just 21 years of age. Plenty of colour on display in The Hague. It's about to get a lot louder. We'll have a rest day tomorrow before we get into the 4 days of classification matches, semi-finals and finals. Quick, really hustled by Giselle Juarez. And now Juarez has got a couple of others there. Sanchez Muchia. Stronger voice, always with flair. The passion of South American sport, always prominent around the world. But when you go to a hockey tournament, you'll know where the Argentinians are, that's for sure.
Yeah, they certainly love their hockey down in Argentina, and I think just trying to get in the way of each other there, receiving that aerial.
Yes, Liang, the beneficiary of that mix-up. Nice skill there from Daniela Soroga, but play ball inside the D, the push from Xu. And Argentina to clear.
Yeah, as a hockey player, it's always really special to go and play in Argentina, and you know you're going to get shouted at and abused from their crowd, but you love playing in front of the big crowds, and their last World Cup had 15,000 people turn up to the games, and it's just absolute buzz. And you see the supporters here all singing and dancing. They were like that for the whole game, jumping up and down and singing, and weren't quiet for 1 second. So it's fantastic they love their hockey so much out there.
That was a great scene in Rosario. You paint a lovely picture there, Chloe. And you can see the pictures of 4 years on. Different part of the world, but they're trying to do their best to bring a South American flavour to continental Europe. Now, Argentina looking to double its lead here. Great control from Marino inside the D. Keeper's out of position. Good stick there from the 27, Huang Ting. Marino's looked likely on a couple of occasions. Argentina looking for this second goal before the break.
That was a great collection and pick up there. You just saw the ball stay on the stick. There wasn't even a gap as she lifted it through the air and almost got the finish there, but not quite.
Well, as it stands, there are 3 points and 3 goals between Argentina and the USA at the top of the pool. Only 1-0, it must be said. But if the second goes in and Argentina really turn this control of the game into scoreboard domination, the scenarios of the crossover will certainly be a focus of the second half.
They really look like they're pushing up and stepping up to try and take this game to China, and I think they will be conscious of the goal difference. They'll want to avoid Holland probably in the semi-final, as most teams would. They seem to be playing pretty well, and obviously with the home support and crowd, they'll want to put on a show. So Argentina knowing they need to chase goals here.
A beef, oh, nice interception from Liu Pan. And again, that linking pass, not finding a stick. Habib back through Scarone, and Thalia goes back to Mariela Scarone. Setting up the last press of this first half. The goal was a bit of a goal line scramble, but Kara Rebecki getting the last deflection in. It's the only goal of the game to this point through 34 minutes. But now, again, Marino looking likely. But she buffeted her body into Huang Ting, who was well placed. She was hoping for a penalty corner, but just outside the D, and not a serious enough offence to
Nothing.
lead to a penalty corner. So again, Argentina go back to halfway to reset. 40 seconds to find a second goal for the reigning champions. The Lear's deflection goes without finding a teammate. Xu there for China. Day. And no rush from China. So hardly an explosive 35 minutes of hockey, but Argentina to date doing the job, needing to win here to be any chance of getting to the top of the pool. Perhaps they'll chase the goals in the second half. China certainly needs a big result to be any chance of making the semi-finals, and 35 minutes of hockey has elapsed with Luciana Amar watching on again. Argentina 1, China 0 at half-time. Well, Chloe, break it down.
Yeah, China haven't come out and played at all. They look like they're quite content just to let Argentina attack at them, and I think Argentina have been pushing to try and get the goals. They know what they need to do, and I think they'll see more of that in the second half.
She's been dangerous, Marino, and Carlos Huerta-Gui will rally his troops for 35 minutes of hockey where they'll need to be respectful of their opposition, but at the same time try and find some of their most explosive, best hockey to give themselves a chance of avoiding the Netherlands in the crossover. Half-time, Argentina 1, China 0. Just the one goal in the first half here at the Greenfield Stadium. Welcome back to the Hockey World Cup in The Hague. Carla Rebecki with a goal line scramble and a deflection with the goal on 24 minutes as China was really struggling to find many attacks and plenty of chances for the women from Argentina in that first half.
Great piece of skill there, just puts the ball across but hits a teammate on the foot and couldn't quite finish it, but it's been coming and they've been trying to push up for that goal.
And here was another moment of great skill from the keeper once and twice, but Marino's second ball getting to Rebecki.
Yeah, you see the Chinese girl mistrapping it there with the bouncing ball, but second bite there, she gets more power in it. But Rebecki, that's actually a really good finish. She hits it down into the ground so it doesn't become dangerous with the Chinese defender. And there's that lovely bit of skill by Marino just to bring the ball down and control it. The ball doesn't leave the stick on the way down to the ground, and that's beautiful skill, but couldn't quite finish it again.
She was very prominent in the first half, Delfina Marino. 1-0 in favour of Argentina, and possession statistic backing up your assessment of play, Chloe?
Yeah, certainly Argentina being the dominant force here. I'm surprised at the circle penetrations, actually, for China having 6. Doesn't feel like they've had that many, but it's what the outcomes in the D, and they've not had any shots on target, and you see Argentina have had 4.
Message from the coach at half-time. And the all-important standings. So this is before the game. Argentina with that +7 on the goal difference. So they now go to +8. And as you can see there, United States has +11. So victory for Argentina to get to 13 points would require more goals in this second half for Argentina to replace the USA at the top of the pool standings. At FIH_hockey, hashtag RHWC 2014. Tweet us a pic, tweet us a thought, like us on Facebook. I reckon Stocky deserves his own Twitter handle, the mascot of the World Cup, @Stocky. Has someone taken that?
I don't know, but he's been really popular here and he's gone down like a storm. And the crowd have really engaged with him.
Oh, he's just shot some kind of merchandise over the roof of the stands on the outer side. Well, he had a problem getting it into the stands earlier in the tournament. That's gone way over the top. Stocky, come on.
He was doing it on the main stadium, let alone on this second pitch. He's not quite got the accuracy yet.
Hit the target, Stocky. Oh, he's fallen short. 1 over, 1 under. The mascot's having a poor day. And there it is.
We get a replay of it as well.
Yeah, it released. There's a scarf, is it? Or something like that. Oh, well. Oh, Stocky's going to try again. Come on. Into the crowd this time. No! Falling short again. Oh dear, oh dear.
He looks a little embarrassed by his efforts there.
Stocky needs the rest day tomorrow as well. Once more. Oh, again, the release. That's the problem. Is it a pair of socks?
I think they're hockey socks.
Yeah, they're socks. Okay, Stocky. Just smile and wave instead. Yep. He needs a rest day tomorrow. We do have a rest here in The Hague before resuming on Thursday with the semi-finals and classification matches. After today, just the 4 days of hockey left at this wonderful carnival in The Hague of 2014. Players are back out on the pitch, and the second half is not too far away. There's the birthday girl, Ana Rodriguez, 36 today. And Dei Jiao Jiao, one of the more experienced players in this Chinese team. As the second half begins, China to the right, chasing plenty of goals. And Argentina will be looking to not only continue to stay in the lead, but goals as well, if they hope to avoid the Netherlands in a semi-final. No Lucy Aymar today. Again, she's nursing a hamstring injury. We expect that she'll be right come the semi-finals. Wang was building up for the high ball, but Sun trying to link with Liang, but there's Max Caldas. There's the Dutch coach. He is taking notes, no doubt. I'm pretty sure that the Dutch would prefer not to play Argentina in the semi-final as well.
They've certainly had some battles in previous tournaments and over the years as the two dominant forces of the hockey world in the women's game. Normally comes head-to-head in the final matches as well. So, yeah, as I say, probably not looking forward to seeing the Argentinians potentially in the semi-final.
It's one of those rarities where the world 1 and 2 seeded to meet in the final actually meet before that point because of results through the tournament. But that's the great thing of tournament hockey, particularly at these massive events like the World Cup. Anything can happen on any given day. That's why everyone's engrossed, hearing word around Hockey Plaza, on their phones, following the Twitter accounts, using the apps to look at every possible angle of this joint World Cup. The first time since 1998 in Utrecht that the men and women have been playing at the same tournament at the same time. It really has been a wonderful idea and been received brilliantly by all involved. Will there be a change of tack from China here? Again, they're just pinned in their own half, and when trying to release upfield, it gets to the halfway stripe and falls flat on its face. Here's Sanchez all the way back for Rossi. Barrienuevo. She's looking downfield as well. A beautiful incisive ball. Wang did well. Marino was waiting. Sun. Liang closed down by Habib. And still for Florencia Habib with some wonderful skill. Eliminating 2 and 3 down the left. Fine run from Habib, and now she takes position near the top of the D. Penalty corner for Argentina.
There we see that bouncing ball in from Barrienuevo again. It just causes trouble for the defenders and just gets a little touch into her foot there.
So Wang Ting with her teammates suiting up for another attack from the battery of the Lionesses.
There we see it, and Rebecca just posting up really well, and it just gets to stick onto it first before the Chinese girl can get there, and it bounces off her foot.
10 seconds.
Thalia, Barrienuevo, and also Rebecca at the top of the battery. Argentina looking to double its advantage through Barrienuevo into the lead runner. Play on. Thalia in the reverse. Saved. Good work from Li Dongxiao. Still the danger's not gone. Free hit for Daniela Sururoga. Clash of sticks, but play on, and Dei Jiao Jiao can come away.
Let's have a look at that corner again. It was a slick routine, and you say Barrienuevo going for the drag, but it was blocked quite straight on. It was a very straight flick. She didn't really get much angle on it, and sometimes you see him move the trapper left or right to try and create an angle. But there it was straight down the middle of the goal.
Sun Xiao. And dispossessed. Buchetti. Thalia. She goes over the top. And Marino almost. Argentina's hit through Luchetti. And now a bit of patience from the South Americans. The tactical battle is always one of intrigue. Oh, a loose touch allows Marino in behind. Can she keep it in? Yes. Delfina Marino has help. Oh, the keeper was out of position. having been beaten with the pass.
Danger play.
But luckily for China, no stick from Rebecca.
Yeah, again, that skip pass from Barry away, but just got a thin edge off the Chinese girl sticking. Marino did well to get her eyes up and have a look here and pull it back away from the keeper. We've seen a lot of crosses go straight into the keeper's space, but keeper stepping out there and missing it, so she was very fortunate.
Please. Okay.
Argentina again able to find the overhead in midfield from the Chinese release to set up once more. Sanchez, quick movement to Rebecca. She wants to get it moving. Sororoga's ball, well defended, and on the early indications of this second half, get used to looking left. On the release there, well, no great contact again. I think Luccheti's control just got a bit far away from her feet.
Yeah, she's just trying to generate space, rolling one way and the other, and just stretching and overreaching for it, which is why she pulled it a little bit left. But a great idea of rolling one way and using your body to go back the other.
We haven't really seen much intent from China to change up things as yet. Do you ever see that during a game, Chloe, where a team might make a radical move if they've got to chase the game?
Yeah, they should be. The coach should be doing something different, and we haven't quite seen it from China yet. They've still come out with the same tactics. They try and get their first shot on goal here, but not quite happening for them. They should. The coach, that's their coach's role, is to change the tactics of a team, and they need goals. They need to go for a win here, but they don't look like they're trying to do that.
Lucchetti, just lost it off a stick. Oh, and that was an interesting lash out after that run from Rosario Lucchetti. Inside the D again, but seen safely by Kui, almost over the back line. Needed to play it. De Jiao Jiao.
I don't know if China are scared of the Argentinian counter-attack. If they put numbers forward, they might get caught. They don't seem to be committing numbers to any sort of attack here, and very much holding the back and holding the space at the back. And it's not doing them any favours at the moment, because they are sitting so deep, and it just draws Argentina onto them, and they get so much pressure on them.
3/4 of the ball in the attacking quarter with the Argentinians, and that overhead works only because of a loose trap from Thalia. But here's a chance for Peng. Off the foot of Barrio Nuevo. So here is a rare foray forward for China in this second half. Plenty of numbers in blue and white back for Argentina. Sun, well controlled and put away by the Lionesses' defence. Jesus Suarez. It was a good challenge. Wang getting a good stick there and has Sun in support. Poor skill on the trap allows Mariela Sororoga quickly to work. Nice work with Lucchetti. Out and down low, trying to work the foot. Suarez unable to find it on that occasion. Rodriguez trying to shield. Oh! I'll play on here, Argentina again. Taking up camp. Sanchez Muchia with a nice dribbling run. Wins the penalty corner. Another chance for the battery.
They're saying it's for the circle. It's close to whether it's outside or not. They look like they might be going for the TV referral.
Please? Can you check, please, the foot of Chinese defender in the circle?
They're checking for a foot in the circle now.
I'm with you, Chloe. On the replay, it looked like it may have been outside. And a good angle to start with here. Good elevation. There it is, outside. And then there's the stick, and there's no further foot.
It's a close call. Remember, if the foot's touching the line, it's in.
That looked outside to me. I don't think it got another. It needs to have made another touch on the second occasion, I think, for it to be inside the circle. Definitely there. And I don't think it's made contact there. on the bounce over.
I'd say it looks outside as well, but it's a close call.
And then the clearance was to come, but for the whistle. Well, I'll be surprised if this call stands, but I've been surprised by a few calls throughout the tournament. That's the great theatre and drama of sport. Here we go. I think we're still just waiting.
Elena,
Here we go.
there is no clear reason to change your decision. Stay with the penalty corner and they lose their referral.
Okay, I think she's released.
Well, I'm one that thinks China's been a little harshly dealt by there.
Went against both of us.
Well, indeed, the penalty corner stands. And Argentina will get a chance to bring a bigger smile to the face of Lucy Aymar, who's watching on in the tracksuit today. Maria Soroga to bring in Thalia and Barrionuevo. It's Thalia to Barrionuevo with plenty of time. Down low, nicely deflected away by Huang. Or perhaps justice. But no goal came from that contentious call. And there was no stick as that went into the backboard.
Yeah, just using the left slip option here, but the slip wasn't quite strong enough. It didn't quite make it to Barrionuevo quick enough for the number one flyer, got a touch to it, but they just needed to do that a little bit slicker and a little bit quicker. She tries to draw the foot. She looks like she's straight dragging it, but then slips it, but it's not a good enough dummy to beat that number one flyer.
Yeah, Sun Xiao did a good job to weave off to the right and get a stick down near Noel Barrionuevo. So still 1-0 to Argentina, and that's not enough to get them the preferred setup in the semi-final. They're still 3 goals inferior to the United States of America, who currently stand on top of Pool B. As it sits, it's the United States versus Australia and the Netherlands versus Argentina in the semi-finals. But 24 minutes and 16 seconds of hockey can tell a different tale. Dai Jiao Jiao. Adam Cummins, the Hockey Roos coach, in attendance. You've got to beat whoever they put in front of you, but I'm sure if you had have offered the Australians a semi-final against the USA before the tournament, they would have said thank you very much. Rodriguez. Barrionuevo. That's nice movement. And Sanchez Muchia still going, beating a couple. That's a good dribbling run from Sanchez. Won the free hit. Juarez with 2 to beat. And, well, she did her bit to slow it up, but still Argentina. Now the crash ball comes. And the penalty corner. Now, I think this one might be worth a referral if they had it, because I think that came up off the stick of Juarez into the Chinese player. Let's have another look.
Yeah, it was hit in a little bit high, and I think actually it's a touch just in front of her, which actually lifts it into her own body, but...
Ooh, see, there's definitely a touch here. Whack.
It's touched both of them on the way through, so it's actually quite a dangerous ball hit in, but it's worth the hit in if you're going to get a little nick like that.
Noel Barrionuevo has 2 goals for the tournament. Argentina for 2-0. Barrionuevo directly on goal that time, but a deflected save from the keeper, long corner. On first viewing, it looked like it was on target for the bottom right corner from the striker's perspective, but a nice stretch to the left side from Li Dongxiao, the Chinese keeper. You could have had a picnic at the other end and not have been disturbed for the last 10 minutes. We have been all left of screen, but yet to see a second goal
Here's the replay of that corner again. Baranova going for a straight drag, and it was on target, and it's a great save. She's almost done the splits there, the Chinese keeper, but she's got hold of it a lot better, and it's a good height. It's really low, and that little skip on it again, but the keeper's done extremely well there to turn that around the post.
Once again, Argentina camped forward, working out their next attack. And well, the concern here for Carlos Retegui and Argentinian fans is it's only one at the moment. If there is that goal coming via a long ball on a turnover through anyway, all of this territory for Argentina is yet to really be shown on the scoreboard. As Rodriguez, well, Liu wins the free hit.
When there is only one goal in it, it's really dangerous, as you say. If they can get their counter-attack or one chance and they're back in. I know they've not had any shots currently, but it only takes that one chance and they can equalise.
Sun with a deflection, but the intended target, was nowhere near it. Barrio, that was dangerous from her. So Liu Pan, here's a bit of a chance for Wu of China. The players swarm back now. Liu Pan. She on the back line. Loses it behind. Shi Yun. There was a stick there from Argentina, so long corner for China. And now a loose ball allows Marino to race downfield. Rebecki's coming to help, but it's 4-2 against Argentina at the moment. Now they come back. Inside 20 minutes. Interesting vibe about this contest, with what we thought coming in was going to be a really open affair, with both teams needing goals to make the semi-final. Certainly Argentina doing their best, but China perhaps displaying a different tactic to what we expected, as even the assistant of Team USA is here to have a look at what's going on. One. It's a really tough task of Sun Xiao. Sororoga keeps going. The chant of the Argentinian fans continues. They're looking to really lift the decibels if they see that goal go in. And that's off a Chinese deflection, long corner. Down to foot. Trying to draw some red beyond the 23, and unfortunately for Mariana Rossi, in her 100th game, she's made a skill error there.
So that was a prime example where China could have took that really quickly and caught Argentina out of position, but they've actually just allowed them to get back and set in front and take their time over it again, and they've not really threatened at all.
Sun. Getting through Sororoga. The Barrio is there, along with Sanchez, Scarone, and now they'll work the ball through the defensive side of midfield. No press on from China here. A stroll for Rossi, almost to halfway.
Just packing the defence, packing the numbers in, and making it hard for Argentina to get any meaningful possession up there, because it's so congested in the attacking 25.
The other interesting thing about the scenario is we'll just have a look at Liu Pan with a run here. Did that find the foot? No, it was on a stick, so play on. There was no real threat from behind China in the pool standings if they just wanted to stick firm to ensure they played for 5th place. They could have gone for a bit of glory here, but still it's only one. Glory may be in the late goal and the tactical victory here. Who knows? Marino's been busy. She's up on the press there, and
yeah, she's looked lively all game. She's had a really good game actually, and great forward. And her and Rebecca link up really well, and they just need to get that link up in the circle.
Huang Ting, the master of all, controlling from the central defence. And there's the long ball with the deflection from Xi, but Rossi is able to comfortably link with Thalia, who shows some dash. And a little turn there from Sanchez. 3 to beat. Huang did well. And Wang takes it to the corner. Liu wins the side ball. Just waiting for this game to take off. Peng Yang. '23-year-old Liu Pan, reaching her 19th appearance for her country today. It's a very young Chinese team with only a handful of players with more than 100 games. Dei Jiao Jiao is one, Xu Xiaoxiu another, but that's it. Well, you add Wang as well, Wang Mingyu, so 3 players with more than 100 appearances internationally in the Chinese squad of the 2014 Hague World Cup, but they get their chance here. Liang Miyu with a nice piece of skill, and inside the D they go. But Peng couldn't control. We'll get the long corner though, so finally our neck's forced to veer right and look at a Chinese attack. And the nerves, no doubt, of South American fans just jangling a little, because it is still only the 1-goal lead for Argentina. Liang Miyu was waiting here with Habib, her company. Touched off the Habib stick, so it will be Liang again. Wang, one of those experienced trio. Sun. And Yan Yan wanting to turn and go, but the P of the whistle denies her. Habib to Marino. Bit of open space here for Delfina Marino, who beats 2 into the circle. Seen behind by the left glove of Li Dongxiao.
Okay, okay.
13.5 minutes remaining. Argentina staring down a semi-final with the Netherlands at the current scoreline. The United States poised to be the top-ranked team in Pool B. Rossi. Habib, if there is any team, though, in world hockey that can score goals quickly, this is the one. But it's pretty hard when you're playing against a team so set in its defensive structure, Chloe. How could you break this down now? If, again, it's only 1. If Argentina is to get that 2nd goal, perhaps they can then take a few more risks. But when you've only got the 1 goal, it's the devil in the deep blue sea.
As you say, if there's a team that can do it, it's Argentina. They're so flair-like, very skillful around the D, and they create chances from nothing. They can do so. They're certainly a team that can do it, and I think, as you say, if they get that 1 more goal, they might get 2 or 3 after that, and they just need to settle a little bit here.
China, well, they could draw level here. Liang's ball in, looking for Peng. Peng! Peng! Goal! 1-1!
And that's
having been camped in their own quarter, they get down the right end and level the scores.
That's their first shot on target, and it's resulted in a goal.
Can you believe it? Belensucci is beaten and China level the scores.
It's just a hit into the circle with 1 player, 1 Chinese go in the circle, the second one joining her there. And that's a great finish, straight up down the middle of the goal, but it's in off the kind of underside of the crossbar. It's the top roof netting, which is really hard. She hit it so powerful. I don't think Suki and goal actually even saw it till late. But as we say, that 1-0 lead's not enough, and that one goal cushion just can go just like that.
So Peng with the field goal with 11 minutes on the clock. 1-1. It's hardly taken us to any great heights, but because of the scenario that awaits after the rest day, I'm sure there's a lot of focus in here on the proceedings, and the last 11 minutes will really garner more interest when word trickles around that it's 1-1 between China and Argentina. And China now with some more possession. Liang! She was trying to beat them all. Liang Meihu, already 2 goals in the tournament. Sun, the goal scorer, Peng. Barrionuevo there with help from Luchetti. Oh, that was tricky. Lovely, lovely piece of skill.
Very confident clearance there through the legs.
Dalia. Rossi. Habib. And Rebecki. Over the side. There's Chui Sha, the captain, and Shaw's again. Here she is, having forced the previous ball over the side. Trying to get it clear. Liang, 1-on-1. Dispossessed by Luchetti. And Habib says, let's get it moving. We need some goals. Sanchez to the corner. Suruoga tries to help out, but again, China come away with Wang Na. Inside 10 to play. 1-1 between Argentina and China. Well, the China-South Africa game in the previous preliminary on this pitch it was too, and China won at 4-3. We saw some late goals there, a real flurry.
Yeah, Argentina needs something to happen for them, something magical, and normally that's what Luciano Aymar can bring. She just creates something out of nothing, and that spurs them into life, and they need someone else to step up and do that today, whether it's Rebecca, whether it's Mourinho. They need someone to just have a piece of magic that might get that goals moving and hopefully then roll a few more in.
Barrionuevo. In vain in the end. There's chase of Carla Rebecki. Noel Barrionuevo, eager of eye, scanning the scene with 8.5 to play. Huang Ting. Kui 10-1 the shots, 1-1 the score. Lies, damn lies and statistics, eh? Maria Suruoga showing some scurry about her. Barrionuevo, well, the touch of Luchetti. Oh, Thalia is down.
Are you okay? You need the physio?
Sylvina Thalia.
Doctor?
And
I've got one here too.
also away from play. Wu Meng Huang has gone down as well. I don't think it looks as serious.
Are you okay? Hey.
Let's have a look.
Knee, I think.
Right on the knee. Ouch. It's the second player to have fallen that fate today. A drag flick onto the knee.
Yeah, just the initial shock of it, I think, sends you down. But as soon as you try and walk it off and run it off a little bit, you kind of forget about it.
And then Barrionuevo's releasing ball. The follow through of the stick. And Peng. She limps to the bench, the goal scorer. And we saw Gu get hit in the first half as well on the knee. And interestingly, Chloe, with inside 8 to play. It's really only a matter of today's result now. It seems that the goals that Argentina might have hoped for, the time clock is not going to help them.
No, they certainly started off with real tempo and pace. And I said they looked up for this game and you thought they could actually do this. It's realistic they're going to get these goals. But as it's gone on and we've seen China kind of draw the tempo out the game and suck the life out of Argentina, it seems less and less likely they're going to get these goals they need to top the group.
Thalia, good to see her recovered. Frustrated though. Savannah Thalia, 28-year-old veteran. She's going back to halfway now to provide the release, but now she'll have to go back in defence.
They all look just a little frustrated, and I think they weren't expecting that Chinese equaliser, and it's just not happened for them today. They've been frustrated with the chances and in the circle work, I guess.
Dei Zhao Zhao unable to control that lifted ball downfield. The overhead evades her. And there seems to be a bit of free will to the finish line about this, even though it's a 1-1 game. It's a bizarre feeling at this point of the tournament. The crowd also is giving the umpire a jeer for an error. At least she's quick to admit it, though. So Thalia on the 23 to no one.
Yep.
6 minutes away from locking it away, but Luciana Aymar, we expect her back for a semi-final against the Netherlands. A replay of the last World Cup final in Rosario that the Argentinians won. They are the defending champions. The Dutch, though, won the Olympic gold medal in London. The Netherlands and Argentina are not used to meeting in semi-finals. The last two big tournaments, they've been in the finals. Now they'll have to go through each other to try and get to that gold medal game. And the United States will top Pool B and play the Hockey Roos of Australia. But who will win the game here? That's the question of 5 minutes or so of hockey. Rebecki, the goal scorer for Argentina, 10 minutes before the break. And a short time ago, Peng Yang, who is now off and injured, with a lovely reverse stick finish over the helmet of Belensucci. Thalia pressed by Day. And her touch there, nicely read. Day, the recipient of the ball from Wang. China pressing for the winner, Jiang. Barrio Nuevo. As for the first time in the game, the sun really comes out here. Been in overcast conditions. Rebecki with numbers against her. Can Carla Rebecki find the winner for Argentina? She's got some help. Luchetti, in fact it was Sanchez, is now scurrying out to the long corner. Thalia, Barrio Nuevo. Rossi. And Huang Ting with a low stick, deflecting any danger. Inside 4 minutes. China keen to take a share of the points here, or no doubt keen to take them all if they can get down and find a late opportunity. Again, the long ball. It's Wang, but the defence very well placed. Abif de Sanchez. And here's Luchetti. With 3 to beat and can't do so, but wins the free hit. Sanchez to set up outside the D. And Habib is entrusted to restart play. It's a bit of a funny feel about this one, Chloe, even though we are still searching for perhaps a winner here with under 3 to play.
Yeah, China's certainly trying to slow the play down and again skip shot away, which getting on target, but not getting the rebound. But China's slowing the play down, which isn't helping Argentina, who like to play fast, quick tempo hockey. And they've got the skills to get through, but they just can't quite get those quick free hits working for them.
2.5 to find a winner. And at 1-1 will be Argentina up against the Netherlands in the semi-final on Thursday, with the USA to top this pool and play the second-place team from Pool A, Australia. China is third in the pool and will finish that way, even if it does concede a late goal here and Argentina take all 3 points. Soroga with some good close-up skill there. Great zoom in from the cameras to see the wrists work hard, the stick swivel. Rossi. And Sanchez says, let me play. 3-on-2 though against Argentina out of that attacking right side. Huang Ting. Another late surge, just stymied by numbers around the D. 70 seconds for a winner. Of small consolation, perhaps, for Argentina, because their goal difference will keep them second. Here is the shot, but over the top it goes from Luchetti, was it?
Yeah, they've had a number of circle free hits on the edge and they can't quite break through, but that first time ball in actually really works well for them.
Rebecki for the winner. No, China will come away.
Great little skills along this baseline. Rebecki's so good at this, tight skills, little lift. Just couldn't quite get the angle on the shot from the baseline. It's a tight angle to score from there.
Inside the last half minute. A goal to Rebecki in the first half, answered by Peng in the second. And it looks like these two teams will take a point each from this final preliminary game. One late surge from the Lionesses, perhaps. Soroga's trying to burrow for the ball. Will the time beat her? Last ball. Hooter sounds. It finishes 1-1. And Argentina and the Netherlands will play in a semi-final of the World Cup in The Hague. The United States will meet Australia. China will play for 5th. Argentina won. China won. Chloe.
Yeah, it's not the game we were perhaps hoping for. We felt both teams would come out here and attack, knowing that if they scored a lot of goals, they both could move positions in this pool. Wasn't quite what we had in mind with China sitting back deep and happy just to soak up all the pressure from Argentina, but the only one chance they had on goal, they converted into a draw. So they'll be happy that they've minimalised Argentina's score here and done a good job for themselves.
Interesting to be a fly on the wall in the Argentinian room with Carlos Retegui. It's been a huge day for Argentina with their men qualifying for the semi-final, but their women had to be content with a 1-1 draw against China. See if we can get some reaction, as we hope that Amar's going to be okay for the semis. A hamstring twinge a couple of games ago and she's been put on ice and rested. Here are the highlights.
Yeah, we see the first goal, and it was a missed trap in the middle by China and a double shot by Mourinho, but a great finish from Rebecki, hitting it down on the reverse into the ground to take the lead. Here we see it from a different angle again. There's the missed trap in the middle. Great goalkeeping, really sliding out, and to get back up for the second shot as well, she reacted well. And here's China's one chance of goal, and finished superbly, high into the roof of the net on the backhand, and no chance for the Argentinian goalie there.
Let's get down to Charlie Broom, who has... We'll just wait to have a look on that last replay. Yes, Delfino Marino with him and ready to go.
Delfino, you needed a big win. It wasn't to be today. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a
close game. I think we couldn't win and score the goals we need maybe to become in the first place. But I think one of the objectives came out. We go to a second round and we'll try to fix those things that didn't work today to do the better next game.
A massive game. The last two major competitions, the last World Cup and the Olympic Games, the final has been the Netherlands-Argentina. This time it's a semi-final. Your thoughts ahead of the game?
Yeah, maybe all of us thought about in a final. We are gonna be our game in a semi-final. I think it's gonna be similar to one final, so it's okay for us, and we are gonna use these days to fix everything that didn't work today to get next match with all the enthusiasm and the objective. Although today we didn't win, is alive.
Delfina, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck in the semi-final.
Thank you.
What a blockbuster it will be, and perhaps a concern under the peak of that cap for Max Caldas. His team has been fantastic throughout the tournament, but the twist of fate and results here at the 2014 Hockey World Cup. We'll see the world number 1 and world number 2 play in the semi-final. The US top Pool B. Congratulations to the Americans. 20 years since they've made a semi-final in the World Cup, and what style to do it in. Draw with Argentina in the pool phase, take care of the other business, and finish on top with 13 points. Argentina go through, China to battle for 5th. And it's, well, not a World Cup without that type of twist, Chloe, and we've certainly got it here in the women's portion of the tournament.
Certainly have, with America topping the group. No one expected that. Argentina would probably bank on playing Holland at some point, just whether it was being a semi-final or final. They know if they want to go on and lift that World Cup, they're going to have to beat the host nation and play them at some point. So it's good that they make it a game earlier when they're perhaps a bit fresher.
And we hope that Lucy Amar can play in that game. Big day for the fans in blue and white, with their men making the first 4 for the first time ever at a World Cup. But perhaps a little nervy at the prospect of the semi-final that awaits for their much-loved Lionesses. Well, it's got us salivating for the next portion of the tournament that will come after tomorrow's rest day. Still more hockey to come today from The Hague. However, you're joining us through your televisions or on the live web stream, stick around for the completion of Tuesday's fixture. But Chloe, thanks for your company again today. Not quite the explosive game we expected here, but China got a share of the points, and Argentina has to be content with second in the pool. Rebecca and Rodriguez, happy birthday again to Ana Rodriguez, her 36th birthday today. But China got a share of the points. It finished Argentina 1, China 1 at Greenfield Stadium.